Nico, another skate for you today. Just how are you feeling? I know the hope is today, but is it sort of feeling out how you're feeling this afternoon?
Yeah, no, I feel good. Definitely more confidence, and yeah, I'll be in tonight. So I feel where I want to be. So good.
And just how exciting is that for you, knowing that you'll be able to participate in this home opener?
Really excited. I mean, obviously you're excited for the season to start. What happened. I'm just looking forward now to play a game and to go out there with the guys and battle in front of our home crowd.
And just, having that home crowd, excited to sort of be back in front of your own fans?
100%. I mean, it's going to be a fun game. I know a lot of people are going to show up. It's going to be a great atmosphere, so definitely pumped for that game.
Obviously, the team disappointed with the season opener on Thursday, but you're feeling rejuvenated, confident to come in here tonight. How do you hope to be a spark and be the leader that this team needs on the ice?
Just play the right way. Go out there, battle hard, play the way we want to play, and trying to lead the team with actions.
I know you guys had some meetings this morning. What have the conversations been like ahead of this as you look to bounce back?
Yeah, I mean, let's not get too low, and at the same time, during the season, not get too high. So have a steady mindset, and it was one game, and now we got our crown behind our back. So definitely gives us a lot of momentum and a lot of motivation. So I know we're gonna come out tonight, and we're gonna play our hearts out.
I know it was one game, but if there's one thing in particular that you feel as though needs to change over what you saw against the Flyers, what might that be?
I would say just play simpler sometimes. Just gotta put more pucks behind their Ds. Can't always be the nice plays. Sometimes you just gotta get it down there and grind it out, and that's how the best team do it, and that's how we gotta learn that to do as well.
I know you've been around the league for a couple years now, but do you still get that butterflies, that anxious feeling the night before the season debut?
100%. I mean, it would be something wrong if not. I'm definitely really excited for it, and yeah, can't wait.
Nico, stylistically, a Red Wings team that really clogs up the neutral zone, tries to take away some of the breakout and gain in the zone by carrying the puck. What are you guys emphasizing to get in the offensive zone to that?
We're trying to focus on our game. Like I said, sometimes if they stay really tight in the neutral zone, just gotta put it behind them and make them work, and for us go to work. So it's that simple. But it's definitely not going to be easy. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a really tough challenge for us. But like I said, guys are excited for home opener as well, and we're going to have lots of energy for sure.
How exciting is it now to finally have that home opener? You open the season, but now you got your own fans there.
Oh, really good. Obviously, we love playing at home, and coming here for in front of the fans is going to be awesome. So it's a moment we've been waiting for a long time.
What do you hope to sort of see from the group in this game overall, knowing that that energy is going to be flowing because you're at home finally?
You obviously see last game as a motivation to get better. I think that especially coming out and have a really good start. We know they're coming from a back-to-back, and it's our first game in front of the fans, and we want to get this place going right away. So obviously the start is going to be important, and we're all excited, and we can't wait for a game to start.
Kind of a mixed start here with the game, because you have the pregame ceremony, but then also honoring Andy Green. You've been in the locker room his last few years. What was Andy like in the room, and what did he sort of mean to you as the older guy in a very young room?
Obviously, he was great. He was such a good leader for my first couple of years, and I learned a lot from him, and he really showed me and the rest of the group what leadership was about. So it's gonna be a great game coming here and celebrate him tonight for his retirement. I was happy to get a couple of years with him and see what kind of great player and leader he was.
One of the things that he said to me was, the past is now in the past. With Andy gone, Travis gone, now it's time for you guys to take this franchise on your back. Do you guys feel that in this room now?
Yeah, of course. It's something that I think when we all of us younger guys came into this team, we saw how the leadership group was there and how the leader and the core group was, and that's kind of something that we want to build too, and we want to build a successful organization back again. And obviously I feel a part of that, and it's a lot of excitement.
Just I know you've been around for a couple years now, and I know you already played in Philly, but do you still get butterflies the night before, maybe the home opener, like the anticipation, the adrenaline, those kinds of things?
Yeah, of course. I feel like that brings back memories from my first game that I ever played. It was a home opener too, so I feel like home opener is always a little special moment, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
What do you remember from that game?
I feel like the first period was just like a big blur. I feel like I don't really remember too much. I think I was so excited, I was just shaking on the bench, but it was obviously a great moment. We had a great game. Obviously, scored my first goal, and had a huge win against Colorado to start out the season, and obviously a lot of good moments to share with my family there.
Thanks, Bratt.
Obviously, you had some strong comments yesterday, and it seemed like they resonated with a lot of people and the guys in the room as well. Just what's been the vibe since then, and just kind of how you've all been talking to one another within the room about the importance of tonight?
Yeah, I talked to the guys this morning just about the comment. It came from a good place, but my words didn't match it. Instead of using the word bad team, I should have used something like a non-playoff team. It came out of frustration after the first game. I know what this team can bring. I've said it to you, this is the most depth I've seen on this team in a long time, in the last 6 years or so. And when we throw away the Philadelphia game like that, I feel like we should have won that game. And it just came out of frustration where I don't want to go down that road of being a non-playoff team again. All I want to do here is win. And with the depth we have, it's something we haven't had in the past. And that's where the comment came from. It wasn't me chirping this team at all. It was just frustration, and my words didn't match my heart at that time. But all I want to do here is win with this group, and I know what this group can do, and that's that.
Yeah, I wasn't even expecting you to go in that direction. Did you feel that, or did anyone in the room feel that that's kind of, they didn't agree with it, or did you feel that everyone was on that page of, hey, we want to right this ship here?
So I talked to a lot of the guys before I spoke to the team, and when they saw me say that, or on Twitter or whatever, they didn't think that at all. But with social platforms now, you read one headline where Miles Wood disrespects the team, and that's the last thing I wanted, and my heart sank. And that's why I felt the need to say something to the team. They didn't take it that way, thank God. The coaching staff didn't take it that way. Tommy didn't take it that way, thank God. But it's just, I just have to be careful.
To be one of the vocal leaders in the room, though, to get that message across, it seems like other guys are on board. We're just talking to Brendan Smith about it as well. To have that drive from the veterans in this team, how much does that set up a good bounce back and a positive season here?
Yeah, the season's still young. Our first game at home is tonight, and all the guys are extremely excited for it. And the most important game is in a few hours from now, and that's where we're at with this team right now.
We're just looking to get better, and we weren't too happy with our performance. But you try to take the good things and then work on the areas that we need to improve. And so tonight's a new night, and that's kind of like the best part of after having not the greatest night is to come out here and perform in front of our fans. And it's, like I said, I'm excited.
There was that real feeling of the dissatisfaction after the performance on Thursday night. It seems like no one's happy with that, and you have that chance here tonight. You had said a couple weeks ago during training camp how you wanted to get that message across, how important these early games of the season were. How do you kind of help lead that message in the room?
Yeah, and I think we've already talked about it myself for sure, but even in our meeting this morning, we had another meeting the other day, and I think it's just that urgency that we need to have, and going into this, I know the boys are excited to get out there, and when you have that performance like we did in Philly, which we weren't too happy with, it kind of sticks with you. So it's a good motivator for us to get going, and I'll just try to keep preaching what I believe in, and I think we have the club in here to kind of step it forward and get going.
I know you've been in the league a while, but that opening night at home, do you sort of get those butterflies? What is that feeling like even all those years later?
Yeah, that hasn't changed. So And I know that we're hours away from the game, but I still got those jitters going right now, which I think is very healthy. And so I'm excited. And I know we're talking about playing at home and after maybe not having our greatest game, but for me, it all builds up, and I think we can't wait to get out there. Just to get out there, to have my family in the stands to cheer me on, and then to have my little guy's going to be there. It's exciting. So I'm looking forward to get out there. For me, it's like get a good hit early and get myself into it and adjust. But what I've learned is take it in right off the bat. Take the warm-ups in, get yourself ready, and like I said, I'll try to preach some of the things that I've learned along the way. But we're excited to get going and just kind of start moving this ship in the right direction.
So take it in no matter how many times you've done it before, right?
Yeah, and every moment's different, so it's always exciting in a different way. But this one's pretty cool for me because I know that my career's on the way out, and I won't get many of these opportunities. So to have my family there tonight will be special.
Thanks, Brendan. For all these years, and like, what is it sort of like for a coach on that home opener, that anticipation?
I think there's excitement with players, coaches. I think sometimes you even feel the nerves. That part doesn't change.
What are you sort of most looking forward to seeing from a response from your team today?
Well, just play the game that we know we're good at. Real good with the speed, get on top of people, create opportunities. I think the one area we took a lot of pride in the preseason was taking care of the puck, and we didn't take care of the puck very well in game one, and that really hurt us. So when you don't take care of it, the other team gets opportunities, and we want to stay away from that.
It may be an obvious answer, but how excited for you as a coach to have Nico back and how he sort of transforms your lineup?
Yeah, I think that, once Nico goes in, everything changes. The pieces change, the line changed. We're getting a great competitor, a real good leader, and everybody is welcoming him back, and we know what he can do. A little bit disappointed that he had to miss some time, but obviously to get him back, it's great to get him back. It could have been longer.
And I know you talked about the defensive struggles against Philadelphia, but do you also need to see, when you talk about defensive struggles, do you also need to see more from your forwards as far as coming back and helping out and creating maybe those outlets?
Well, I think if you look at that's part of the puck management I'm talking about. Where we did manage it well, where we recognized where the pressure was coming from. We didn't manage the puck well. When you manage the puck well, you can break out a lot easier. We didn't do a very good job with that.
Is that support from the forwards coming back to allow those outlets?
Yeah. Well, there was times that the forwards were there. Our defense didn't make the right read on the play. So it's a combination of both. We're talking about being connected. We a couple times kept the plays on the strong side. I thought the weak side we would have been right out. So sometimes it's reading it, a little bit of communication, and obviously when you turn pucks over and you got to get back to your own end, and you're coming back as a tired line, sometimes you're not there. So the lesson is manage the puck better.
Does it take time sometimes building that connectivity?
Yeah, I think we've worked at it all camp. We saw the success of working on it at camp. We took a lot of pride in our play away from the puck, and probably the quality of shift we put in as lines. Some of our shifts got overextended, and when you have tired people on the ice, you don't get back.
It is just game two, but as the head coach, how do you appreciate the dissatisfaction that you've seen from the guys in the room and maybe some of that growth immediately so early in the season?
Well, I think when you go through the preseason you've gone through and working a lot of things, the frustration, obviously, yeah, we have high expectations. I think there should be frustration. There should be disappointment. We should be mad. We should be mad at each other. That's all part of it.
This Detroit team playing that 1-1-3 really clogs up the neutral zone. Is this a game where a lot of times the simple play and just getting the pucks in is probably the right play?
Well, we've played against plenty of teams that play a 1-1-3. I think our speed is going to be an asset for us, but obviously we have to execute. But we have to make good decisions when we hit the line. So there's space to get it there. It's what you do when you get to the line that is going to be real important.
If Vitek is in tonight, what do you need to see from him?
Played well.
How are you managing the goaltenders right now, Lindy? Knowing
The same way we managed them in the preseason, where we wanted to play both. We wanted to see both of them. We got good goaltending out of both guys, and we want to continue to get that.